Our patient is Jim Serrano, an 18-year-old who was hospitalized recently for an opioid overdose. Hello, Mr. Serrano, how are you? I see from your report that you were discharged a week back from hospital. How are you feeling now?
Okay, I guess.
It seems to me that you're not very sure about how you're feeling. I also see from your report that you were in hospital for 2 weeks because of a drug overdose. Do you think it's okay if we talk a little about your opioid use? Please let me know if it is uncomfortable to talk about this subject.
I'm okay now. I had a lot of treatment.
Hmm. I'm happy to hear that you feel better now. What did you think of the treatment?
I hated it.
I'm sorry to hear that. Can you tell me what happened?
I don't know, whatever they gave me, it made me feel worse than I felt before.
Oh, so you are saying that the medicine that they gave you made you feel awful?
Yeah, it made me throw up. I wasn't throwing up before.
It sounds like you were very uncomfortable with the treatment.
Yeah, and I don't like going to emergency rooms. I don't like that they made me go there.
Uh, I hear you. ER is not a fun place to be in.
Yeah, I hate it.
Can you think of a way? Can you think of a way in which you don't land up in ER?
I don't know, but I told my mom not to take me there.
But do you think it's that is really an answer? If you were in your mother's shoes, what would you do? Is it okay if I call you Jim? Uh, what do you think your mom felt when she found you unresponsive? I want you to think about it, Jim. How do you think she would react?
I don't know. She'd probably be miserable.
Yes, I agree with you. I think definitely she would be miserable. Do you think you could do anything about it?
I've tried before. It's too hard. I've gone to rehab, but it's just too much. I can't do it.
You feel that you have tried on earlier occasions, but the process was too hard? But just think about it, Jim. If you continue like this, what do you think is going to happen?
Probably end up in the hospital again.
And how does that make you feel?
I already told you, I don't like being there.
So I hear you say that both the hospital and rehab are very hard. So let's talk about rehab. Can you think anything that was good about that at all?
I mean, I guess after the last time I stopped using for a few months.
Okay, I'm happy to hear that. So you tasted some success with rehab. You were strong for a few months. Do you remember how you felt during those months?
It was fine, I guess, but I don't know. After that, I met up with my old friends and they offered me some and I went for it.
So let's just stay with the sober period for now. How was that experience? How did your family react?
My mom was pretty happy. We went for a vacation in Florida.
Do you have any memories of that time?
No one was yelling at me, which was nice.
How did that feel? How was that for you?
I mean, it felt like I did something. It felt like I accomplished something, but I always end up in the same place. I always end up messing it up.
I think you need to feel proud of your achievement. You stayed sober, that's not easy. I think that this rehab was actually a success story.
Yeah, but if that was true, then why did I end up back at where I was? I'm back to square one.
Can you tell me about that?
When I see my old friends, this is just what happens.
So I hear you say that you did well after rehab, but the problem was that you could not say no to the drugs when you met your old friends. If we could replay the scenario, what would you change?
I mean, I probably just need to stop hanging out with them.
Okay, so hanging out with old friends can bring back old habits that we had worked so hard to kick. So, what do you think of rehab considering what you just told me?
I guess it worked until I met them again.
So, it was a success because you actually said stopper.
Yeah, but I messed up.
You messed up, but we know that it was not because of the rehab. Can you think of ways to avoid the problem of hanging out with the same group?
Well, I guess I'm in community college now, so all of those people go to different schools, so we're not nearby.
So, do you think you have a chance now to make new friends and break those old habits? Can you think of anything that can make you slip up again?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm strong enough to stick with it.
You feel that you're not confident about breaking this habit? Can you think of any way which may work for you, which may help you in any way?
I'm not sure, but there was a counselor in my last program who made me think that I had a chance to stop this from happening again.
You feel that talking to a good counselor made you feel more confident about possibly succeeding?
Yeah.
Uh, if you try to recall that time, what do you think that counselor made you feel?
He made me do these exercises, which reminded me of all the things I've done well and things that I've been successful at.
So maybe the counselor helped you to tap into your old successes, which made you feel get some confidence in the system. Do you think you are willing to work with a couple of counselors who I personally think are going to be really be able to help you with this process?
I guess I could try it.
I think that would be a really good decision. Since we have reached the end of our appointment time, I'm just going to share a short summary of our conversation today. We both agreed that we need to find a way to break this opioid problem which has landed you in the ER and the hospital. You have now agreed to see a counselor who will work with you to overcome this problem. Our future plan is that I'm going to set up the appointments for you. You will see the counselor on a weekly basis. I want you to come back after 1 month to review how you feel about these sessions with the counselors. What do you think of the plan?
I'll give it a try.